Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Such Plants. My name is Ron, and we are actually here on the big island of Hawaii. And you might have already known that if you do follow me on Instagram at Such Plants. But I'm here to attend my baby sister's wedding. It's been a long time coming. Thanks to my sister for getting married, because otherwise I would have never have made it down here. So thank you.
And thank you for taking me on a tour on my own island.
I've been really excited to actually spend time with my family again. I was last here about 2 years ago, but back then I wasn't really into collecting houseplants. And let me tell you, just driving on the road alone, there's a ton of Hawaiian golden pothos, and they're huge, and they've already developed the splits, and it's so cool. There's also a ton of Monstera deliciosas, and I'm guessing a lot of alocasias and philodendrons just on the side of the road. And it's making me want to just stop and cut up some stems and take it back with me to work, or not to work, the mainland. But unfortunately, Hawaii is really strict when it comes to invasive species, both importing and exporting. I'm probably gonna, if I do end up buying something from Lowe's, I will probably ship it to myself in Vegas. We'll see how that goes. I don't really know what to expect here in the big box stores. So I'm sitting here in the parking lot. I'm about to walk in. So yeah, let's go inside. Okay, we are going to make a beeline straight into the garden center as per the usual. Alright, here are the orchids that they have on display. And most of them are ranging from $9 to $12.97. They don't have the names, or actually they do. So this one is called a Leopold. But this is what the flowers look like. So cool. This one's really cool too. It's a star shape, and the patterning on them is really beautiful as well. This one is, let's see, Shibumi Purple Rain, and it's also going for $12.97. And then we have some more here. These are going for $9.97. Behind me, we have a bunch of bromeliads. Look at the pattern on the leaves. I don't know what the name is. Warauhia Cooperiana in 8-inch pots. Here we have a rack of air plants going for $5.80. Look at these Stramapi Trio stars, guys. Each pot is so full and lush, and there's rarely any brown tips. These are 8-inch pots, and they're only going for $17.98. Alright, on this side we have some figs, philodendron rojo congos, and here philodendron, I think these are just the green congos. But check this out. Look at these philodendron Birkins, guys. Look at the variegation. It's so striking. And these are also 8-inch pots, and they're only going for $17.98. This leaf right here is like pure white. Most of the philodendron Birkins that I see have old leaves that are almost all green, but as you can see on this plant, they still have the stunning patterns on the leaves, right? It's so cool. And look at this leaf. It's a funky spot of green right there. I might pick it up. Whether I can bring it with me or not, we'll come back to that one. Here is a closer look at one of the philodendron rojo congos. They're huge. These are going for $24.98. And then the green ones are going for $8.98. And they all look really, really healthy. On this side, we have a Calathea macuyana, going for $19.98. And check out the leaves, guys. They look all healthy. Every single leaf on here is just vibrant and green. There's hardly any brown tips. There's a lot of new growth happening in there. Let me pick it up. Stunning, right? Here we have our classic Monstera deliciosas in a 3-gallon pot, going for only $24.98. And they all look pretty healthy to me. I'm just wondering how often these sell, because anyone can just literally get their own cuttings out in the wild. Here we have bigger pots of the philodendron congos, the green ones, and 3-gallon pots for $24.98. Here we have a really big pot as well of an Aglaonema silver bay for $29.98. Here is a Colocasia mojito, and also 3-gallon pots for $24.98. This one is really striking. Check out the patterning on these leaves. They're like black spots. They look like what a disease would look like on any other plant. It feels fragile, but velvety and thin and soft. We've got a new leaf here, vibrant green. So beautiful. Here we have a piece of the leaf. I believe this could be the sensation, but the tag says Bongo Bongo, and they're $24.98 each. Okay, this is really interesting. They have a little section here for native Hawaiian plants. I don't know what kind of plants these are, but the tag says How tricolor for $8.98 in these 1-gallon pots. But look at these leaves. Look at the variegation. This one is probably a new leaf, and it's like a maroon purple color, and also has variegation there. This one is white, really nice. Here we have an elephant ear, really big, in a 3-gallon pot for $24.98. I think this is a flower and doesn't really look too good, but everything else on the plant looks okay. We have an unfurling leaf. Is there any frogs in there? Nope. Here we have some native ferns. This one's called Fern Lawae Iki, and it's $3.98 in a 4-inch pot. I wonder what the mature version looks like. Here we have a Pipturus albitus mamaki for $8.98. Not familiar what kind of plant this is. But it looks healthy. Ooh, look at this fern. This one's called a Philippine lace, And a 2-gallon pot for $17.98. And look at the leaves on here. So cool. They look like green flames. I love it. I love it. We got some more here in smaller pots. I believe this is a bigger version of that fern that we just saw in the 4-inch pot. So I think that's what it's gonna look like. It looks cool. It kind of grows upwards, so I don't know how this will do in a hanging basket as a fern, but it's really beautiful. And this one is a fern. It's called Kupu Kupu, 6 inches for $8.98. Kind of looks like a Boston fern, but I know it's not. And it looks really, really healthy. And they have a ton. Here we have some Dieffenbachia compactas and Camilles in 4-inch pots for $4.98. No, I'm sorry, can't read. $4.49. No brown tips, except that one right there. Okay, here we have our classic Boston ferns in 4-inch pots for $4.19. On this side, we have these red ginger plants in 1-gallon pots for $8.98. And the leaves on here are so beautiful. I know there's like a variegated version of this that looks really, really striking as well. But these are nice plants. Let me pick one up. Really nice. What's interesting about the plants in these stores, guys, is that they have these little pebbles that look like lava. So that's cool too. Alright, I guess I spoke too soon, because here we have the variegated ginger shell plants in these 3-gallon pots for $29.98. I love the variegation on these. They look like variegated feathers. Ooh. And then back here we have an alocasia imperial red in a 3-gallon pot for $29.98. And it's huge. Wait for it. Ta-da! I think this one is a newly unfurled leaf, but check out that size. It's really happy here in this greenhouse. Here we have several of these mini dragon fruit plants in a 6-inch hanging basket for $10.98. Looks very similar to a fishbone cactus if it were curly like this. But this will eventually fruit in like a year or two. But these look healthy as well. Next to the clearance rack, we have this big plant here, and it's called a Medianilla Firebird in a 2-gallon pot for $24.98. But it looks really cool. Check out how the new leaves unfurl. Well, this one feels kind of crispy. I don't know about that. Let's look at the one in the back. They're like this deep purple, and then on the other side it's really maroon. This is the size of the leaves. I don't know if those are spider mites. This plant, I believe, is just about to put out some blooms, and I don't see one that has blooms already. Oh. That one is farther along than the others, but this is called a Costus Woodsonii Dwarf French Kiss in a 6-inch pot for $9.98. And This is a cool plant. I just wish I could see what the flowers look like. And then here we have several different types of anthuriums. We have a white heart for $14.98. Here we have the Princess Amelia Elegant for $17.98. These flowers look pretty cool. They look like they're dipped in a red food coloring. That's really cool. Here we have smaller Samantha Trio Stars and 6-inch pots for $7.98. This one is actually called a Calathea White Star for $10.98. Really, really gorgeous patterning. The new growth on some of these are pink. And these are the Calathea Beauty Stars. And then here we have some begonias. Whoa, excuse me. This one here is, I don't know, but it's $8.98 in a 6-inch pot. That one might need a trellis. Here we have, I don't know either, but it's $8.98 in a 6-inch pot. This one has leaves that are really vibrant as well. Green and red, complementary colors. And I think that's all they have for begonias. While we have more anthuriums here. Ooh. And this one is an Anthurium Pandola in a 6-inch pot for $13.25. This plant is really cool. It has green, yellow, and pink patterning on the leaves. It's called an Acalipha Dwarf, and it's variegated. In a 1-gallon pot for $8.98. It's like a very pastel-y shade coloring. It's really cool. And then this one here is an Eldorado Gold for $8.98 in a 1-gallon pot. Really cool leaves as well. Here we have a Ficus elastica Ruby for $8.98 in a 6-inch pot. Looking like it needs a quick rinse. Oh, that's really cool. I don't know if that's a marker or some kind of sport variegation going on there, but it's green instead of the pink or white. Interesting. Here we have a Chlorophytum Fire Flash for $8.98 in a 6-inch pot, and this one's blooming. Really cool. The colors remind me of Bird of Paradise. Next to that, we have an Ivy for $8.98 in a 6-inch pot. Lots of variegation going on in this one. Nice. Here we have it says Marble Queen. I'm pretty sure this is a Snow Queen, right? But it's $8.98 in a 6-inch pot. This is definitely a Snow Queen. It has way too much white to be a Marble Queen. But anyway, we have here a Peperomia obtusifolia in a 6-inch pot for $8.98. Very classic, but no variegated versions. Oh, I forgot to show you guys this one. This is actually the state flower of Hawaii, and it's a hibiscus in a 2-gallon pot for $24.98. But so far it has just one bloom. We have a couple more here. Give it a couple of weeks. Really beautiful. Back here we have, I think it's called a false bird of paradise, but the tag says it is a heliconia in 2-gallon pots for $64.98. And from afar, I really thought these were bird of paradises, but the leaves are equally as beautiful. These are actually pretty tall. Back here, we have the tallest areca palms I've ever seen in my life. They're like almost touching the ceiling. And they are in 7-gallon pots for $89.97. But there is this. So I don't know what's going on. Here we have some Dracaena marginatas, I believe, in 3-gallon pots for $29.98. Looking nice and lush. But I think someone was trying to create a microclimate here, because here we have a Hawaiian jalapeno pepper plant. This one doesn't show the price, but that's what that looks like. And here we have another hibiscus in a 1-gallon pot for $8.98. And this one is a California gold. As you can see, the flower, it's on the yellow side. It's gonna become nice and bright with the yellow. They have a lot of these Fatchia's spider's webs in 3-gallon pots for $29.98. But these look really good. Look at the variegation on that one. These kind of remind me of papaya trees for some reason. Here is their succulent shelf, real quick. I don't know all of the succulent varieties, so I'm just gonna give you a quick tour. This one is variegated, looks really cool. It is a succulent. It's probably why I can never remember their names, because they all say succulent on the tag most of the time. But it's in a 3.5-inch pot for $4.98. You see what I'm telling you? Succulent. Succulent. Oh no, we have some sad looking cacti down here. That one's actually squishy. I know some cacti will actually become like that if they are frostbitten during the winter. But as we all know, we don't have winter here in Hawaii. So I'm just gonna guess that that one is due to neglect. Maybe they'll give you a discount. But here we have succulent. Here we have a really nice display of flowers, ferns, and things. I see a fiddly fig there, right there. Well, that's it for the plant tour, and we are back here at the philodendron Birkins because I am definitely going to pick one up I can't decide if I should pick this one up or this one. This one has a nice white leaves. This one has a weird looking variegated leaf here, and I'm all for weird looking plants. Both of these are happy as well, but I'm kind of leaning towards this one because it has a hitchhiker here. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna try to keep it and see what that turns into if I'm able to bring this back with me to Vegas. We'll see. I might have to pull it out of the pot, but yeah, let's get this one. Again, it is an 8-inch pot for $17.98. Ooh, it is so hot and humid here, guys. I think it's like 80 something degrees and I'm sweating like chicken feathers, but I have my new plant. Here she is hanging out with Pepsi in the back right there. But I just love all of the leaves on there, the new growth, that weird leaf, the variegation, and of course the hitchhiker in the pot right there. I'm excited. It's actually about 81 degrees here in Kailua, Kona, and the humidity is 64%. Yeah, I'm just kind of done sweating, so let's wrap this up. Anyways, that is it for this shopping video. I hope you guys had fun. I had so much fun. I really did not know what to expect at Lowe's in Hawaii. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do hit the thumbs up and plant subscribe. Ooh, it's so hot. I'm so sticky. Well, anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, bye. I might go check out another big box store. We will see. Yeah.